Well, we had a big snow last night and just letting them out. It's about 7:30 in the morning. They've been laying about 2 to 3 eggs every other day. Probably averaging a couple of eggs a day. I haven't checked the nest box yet. Usually they don't lay at night, but I checked it last night when I put them in. Nothing there. Oh, there's something. So they're not very big yet. Ooh, that one's still a little warm. Must have laid it this morning. So, like a medium-sized egg. They've all been about that same size. I think there's maybe two hens laying, maybe 3. They don't want to come out and get in the snow. They don't know what to think of it. It's their first time seeing snow. Come on, guys. Put out some scratch greens for them. But yeah, it's it's cold. It's below freezing. Maybe in the upper 20s. So anyways, we're getting eggs. Oh, we got one outside already. There's one outside. Hope she wasn't out all night. Were you out all night? Where'd you come from? Huh? Come on. Come on. Come here. Come on. Oop. Now, I'm gonna have to catch her. Come on. The water's frozen, so I got some warm water, which means it'll probably freeze faster. I don't know, for some reason, warmer water freezes faster than cold water. Some thermodynamic properties or something. All right, well, I gotta catch her and put her back in the fence. Well, good morning. It's about 7:30 in the morning. Walking out. Took the chickens a while. We got, maybe an inch of snow. A lot of it melted yesterday. But it took the chickens a while because they didn't know what to think of the snow. They stepped out on it. It was cold. I don't know. It just didn't, but eventually they came out and ran around in the fenced-in area. But bringing out water. It's been below freezing, so gotta really concern ourselves about getting them water because you can't produce eggs without water. So I bring it out warm in case I need to thaw the feeders, waterers. They've been crowing all morning. Beautiful sunrise. Skies are pretty clear for the moment. So yeah, we'll just stop and see if we got any eggs. That's always the fun part of having chickens and getting eggs for the first time. Oh, got one there. Got one hen. One angry hen. Is she laying on any? Yeah. She's laying on one. It's a cold egg. There's number 2. Got 2 nice little brown eggs. And that's what they said you're gonna get. My son said you gotta move the wood chips around because they bury them. So I don't know. You got any more in there? No? She was just in there getting ready to lay because these are cold. So I must have laid them last night because I checked it late in the evening or early in the morning here. But if they're cold, they must have laid them sometime last night. So I just gotta figure a way to carry them. Let's put them in my pocket. Hey guys, ready to come out? Huh? Just don't fly away when you come out. That's always the hard part. There they go. Sometimes they'll keep flying and they'll fly right out. So, all right, let's get over the fence. Let's see what we got. Yep, frozen. There's all the ice from the, yeah, look a little bit frozen. Doesn't look too bad. Well, that's good. I'll freshen them up. I don't need to video that. She's thirsty. She's a producing hen. I wish I had a marker. I'd mark her. All right, well, have a great day. So they finally came out into the snow. I don't know what took them so long. I think it maybe had to clear off. Oop. Looks like they're breeding. I don't think he's doing a very good job. Well, what do I know? Well, that's a sign that they're fertilizing the eggs. Where's my white rooster? Oh, he's under there. But let's see if we got eggs. We got one this morning. Let's see if they laid any more. My son said you gotta move around they bury them. I don't see any more. Yeah. Huh. Sometimes I gotta check this. You never know what they do. Nope, nothing up there. I've never had any eggs up there. I could have just made these 5 nest boxes, but they never use that up there. What are you doing? All right, well, I put out some more of these little pumpkins and threw some scratch grains out for them. The water froze last night, so I had to thaw that out, and I put warm water in there. It's supposed to warm up the next, I don't know, 5 days or so, so it'll be above freezing, so we should be all set. I had 3 of them out when I came up. I think when they fly from up there on the perch, they can fly pretty good and they fly out. I used to trim the tips of the wings on my chickens when I raised them as a kid. You can do that so they can't get so much lift and fly out. So I got to get some time to to work on the inside here to open it up in the barn. And I gotta buy some more chicken wire. Oh, more breeding going on. I wonder if they know which ones are laying eggs. That's a way you can tell. But I'm only getting maybe 3 or 4 eggs every other day or so. It's kind of spotty, which for young hens, that's pretty normal. And all the eggs are pretty much small eggs. Occasionally you'll get a double yolk and it'll be huge with these young pullets. But I haven't seen any of that yet either. My son shot a deer last Saturday, and so we've got that all quartered up. I'm gonna make some sausage. I'm thinking of maybe making a video of that. I make Italian sausage, and I also make some Polish sausage, and maybe I'll make some breakfast sausage. That's mostly what I do, and then I stake out the back straps. We're splitting it with his friend. They both shot at the same time, and there was 2 bullet holes going in and 1 big hole going out, so they almost shot within a couple inches of each other. So that deer wasn't going to go very far. I don't think it did. I think he shot it over here in this corner, and it went into the thick area in there a little ways, and they found it. They waited an hour or so before they went looking for it, but it was pretty blown out. Both lungs and the liver were gone. Saved the heart. I might make jerky out of that. I did that last year. It turned out pretty good. We have a dryer, food dryer, dehydrator. So anyways, they're laying and they're producing eggs, which is good. So we don't have to buy eggs anymore at whatever they are, $4 or $5 a dozen. So maybe they'll start paying for themselves. All right, it's an update. First real snow we've had that's stuck. Oh, my garlic is starting to come up already, so I'm getting little green tips in the snow. So that's a good sign that it's taking. All right, maybe more time, more discussion around making the sausage. I'll see about videoing that. Just because we kind of are small farming, and that's part of, farming life is hunting and getting your own fresh meat. All right, catch you later. So I got my little helper here helping me out. So I've deboned the front leg. I've got a front leg and a hind quarter and a back strap. My son and his friend who shot the deer together, his friend took the other half. And so this is plenty meat for us. So probably this will be it for the season. But I'm going to make it into jerky. So I got long strips here to make into jerky, and then I'm taking all the chunks of meat that I'll kind of freeze it quickly. When it's frozen, it'll grind better. So I've got to process all this and take the silver skin off and any ligaments or whatever out of it. But this is good meat here. So this is the shoulder. That's basically the shoulder, and then the leg. There's a little bit more on here I might try to trim off, and then I'll just put it in the grind pile. So that's an update. All right, so we got steaks here. These are the back straps. I took a couple roasts out of the leg, hind leg, We've got here, this is beef jerky, that's more dog food. And this is the meat here, 3 big plates of grind for the sausage. So that's basically, and then in the oven here, we've got, oops, heated it up. In the oven here, we've got the dog food bits. So we'll just take that and freeze it and give it treats to the dogs. So that's the breakdown of the front shoulder, hind leg, and the back strap. My son's friend took the tenderloins. I told him he should take those. So anyways, that's the breakdown. We'll be getting ready for freezing some of this to make the sausage. Hey, get out of there. No. So we got about 5 pounds of dog treats. So I just browned them in the oven. These are all the fatty bits. And all right, so this is all the cubed up meat for the sausage. I got a little over 6.5 pounds, or about 6.5 pounds. So I'll just call that 6 pounds. So then I'm gonna have to figure out the different ratios I need for the pork. So I'm gonna do that next. All right, so here's the pork shoulder. It came in about 9 pounds. I calculated, let's see here. So I had like 6 pounds of venison total. I want to do 50-50 for the brats and 25-75. 75 is the pork fat. So I decided to do 8 pounds of, so the top one there, that's the brats, and then the bottom one is the Italian. So 2 pounds venison, 6 pounds of pork for the Italian, and then 4, it's a 50-50 mix, so 4 venison, 4 pork. That comes at 10 pounds of pork. Unfortunately, I've got 9 pounds, a little over 9 pounds, and this has skin on it. I didn't realize when I bought it had skin on it, so I'm going to lose weight there, and then there's bone in it as well. So I'm going to have to weigh this out. Italian tends to want to be more pork, so I might just have to increase the venison on the bratwurst. So anyways, I'll figure that out. Once I weigh all this pork out, I'm trying to cube it up. Once I weigh it all out, I'll see what I got total without the bone and the skin. All right, so I've got, this is the skin. So I've got all this skin, and then here's the bone. So all that weight. All right, so I ended up with 7.25 pounds of pork. And so I looked at the pork needs for the amount of venison, or the amount of, this is the brats up here, and then this is the Italian. So it ended up being a 60-40 split by amount of pork that I needed. So I took that and I figured out the percentage here. This is about 33%, 66% pork to 33% venison, and this is 50-50. So I took that 7.25 pounds and
40% ended up being 2.9 pounds, and then 60% of that pork ended up being 4.35 pounds. So then going back to the ratios of what I need for the Italian, it ended up being 1.5 pounds of venison, and this should be 50-50, but I just rounded it up to 3 pounds. So 3 pounds of venison to 2.9 pounds of pork. So that'll give me 5.9 pounds of brats and almost 6 pounds of Italian. So anyways, that's the math I did. Let me in the comments if I did it wrong, but I think it's pretty close. So anyways, next will be getting all my spices together and grinding the meat. I'll stick it in the freezer for a short amount of time, and I like to have it partially frozen because then it grinds easier. So that's coming probably tomorrow.